we are at one of the main features of this pond, and it's the large beach. There's actually 2 beaches in this pond, but this is the biggest beach. It's about 30 feet across and lengthwise, I'd say about 60 feet long. What's great about this beach is it's where the homeowners come out, they pull up lawn chairs, they can even put their little fire pit out here, sit next to the pond, you know, relax from swimming. And then the other thing coming off the beach, which I was really excited about, is we did these jump rocks that I had mentioned earlier in the videos. So as we walk out here, I'm going out to the jump rocks, and we did it where the rocks are in the water, kind of like steps leading up to the main jump rock. So you can walk on the rocks, come up here. This is the tallest point. This is the jump rock where you jump, dive in, and we carved out this pond and designed it so right after this jump rock, bam, it's straight down into the water. You know, no chances of hurting yourself, hitting your head. Boom, you go down, and again, that water is 16 feet deep. So great area for diving right off of here. What's extra neat about this area, and you can't obviously see it now because we're in the middle of the day, but at night, this whole area around this jump rock is lit up with lights. So even if you're going for a nightly swim, you can walk out on the jump rocks, you can jump off that main pond, land into the pond, you're good to go. Off this jump rock, literally straight across from me, you can't see it, but it's underwater, but straight across this deep end, we built about 12 steps coming up out of the pond. So the concept and the theory and how it works is you jump in here, yeah, I could swim back and walk up out of the beach, or I just swim across the deep end, hit the steps, walk up the steps, and you're out of the pond. We're gonna go check out the deck. It was actually a special deck made just for this pond with actually special beams underneath it. We'll talk about it over at the deck area. So we're standing on the deck slash dock that was built over the pond. What's so special about this dock? I mean, there's a couple things. One, we used ipe. I don't know if you folks are familiar with ipe, but ipe is a Brazilian hardwood. It specifically it comes from Brazil, and it's got properties in it where it lasts forever. It's not suspect to rot and what have you. I mean, there is some maintenance with it. You occasionally have to oil it to keep it up so it doesn't dry out. But ipe is an extremely hard wood. I mean, if you knock on it, it is solid. It's definitely harder than redwood. Matter of fact, when putting it together, all the drills, all the screws that go in have to be pre-drilled. And actually on this, there's clips that come in from the sides, so you don't even see any screws on top. So this is a great wood. It's a little expensive, but it's nice, it's beautiful, and it's sitting right over the water. What we did below this dock, really to make this thing last forever, is we have beams that are running underneath. But instead of your typical 4x6, pressure treated wood, we actually use stainless steel. We had stainless steel beams fabricated for this dock to set on. So this dock, wonderful area. This is where the kids come out. They come over to the edge of the dock. They can jump down into the water right here. Again, when we designed this pond, we knew that was gonna happen. So right from here, straight down is the pond. There's no ledges, there's no steps, there's no rocks, no chance of injury. The kids can run and cannonball right off the end of the dock. And this is a great area. Oftentimes a homeowner tells me he comes out here with his wife. They put a little bistro table out here, have that morning coffee, have that glass of wine, and just relax with Mother Nature. So the next thing we're gonna talk about after this, the other feature, is really the bog. It is a function of the pond, it's a type of filtration, but I definitely consider it a feature because it's so beautiful and really what it brings to the pond. So let's go check out the bog. Okay, so we made it up here to the top of the bog slash wetland filter. It's kind of one and the same. I use those words in and out, but a bog is a wetland and a wetland is a bog. But the bog is really the filter of the pond. And we're gonna go in detail on how to actually build that in another video. But why it's a feature of this pond is just honestly because it's so beautiful. It's really the upper pond area. So you see that kind of upper body of water area, but it's all the pond plants. As you can see behind me, just gorgeous greenery, flowers. You have pink blooms, red blooms, yellow blooms. All those plants just add more beauty to this pond. And that's really what this pond is about, right? Is being the focal point, the beautiful point, in the backyard. So this is actually another area where the homeowner comes up, walks around, kind of like a little meditational walk. You know, you walk around just taking in Mother Nature, and all the water here is kind of coming up through these plants, and this wetland filter, bog, is actually powering the waterfall. So definitely a highlight of the pond. Another reason why it's a feature, it's elevated, right? Anything that's elevated, you can see really well. So it kind of breaks the flatness of the pond. You have that elevation. In constructing this, you know, all the dirt that we dug out, a good majority of it was actually brought up here to really build up this area for the wetland filter. So stay tuned for more videos. We're actually gonna have another video where we go into details on what is a wetland filter, you know, how does it work, what's the science behind it, and how do you construct one. So stay tuned for more videos. Check us out on YouTube and our website, www.completeponds.com. Bringing nature to your backyard.